What is love to you?
I can say, based on my experiences as an Akashic Records reader, but for me personally, when I experienced high vibrations of healing, for example, that exist in the Akashic Records, I think it was the Dalai Lama that said love is the absence of judgment. That's one aspect of love. When we're in these high, wonderful, peaceful vibrations, there is no judgment there. There's no condemnation. There's no comparison, separation. It's a unification, a feeling of unification. And that wonderful word of yours, harmony, there's definitely a harmony there. And there's a peacefulness there. And then, of course, it feels like home because that's who we are at our core, is beings of love. So I experienced it. A lot of times when people do healing work, it'll be very emotional for them in the sense that they feel that they're returning to something that they've been away from. Right? They've been away from this feeling of wholeness, this beautiful love and peace. So it really is a remembering, a homecoming to something that we are innately.
You say the heart holds light codes and consciousness of its own. It is often why we have referred to it as the wisdom eye of the human being. So emotions, we often say that, it's coming from the heart, all kinds of love. Some say that grief is the price of love. So talk to me about the heart. Is that would be the same as the spirit, the soul?
This was a very interesting thing that was revealed to me about the wisdom eye, because when I first started receiving that information, I wasn't really aware that there's an organization called Heart Math that actually studies the energy field of the heart and how the heart has its own energetic code. You know, it's quite different than other organs in the body. And so this is something that we now know scientifically, which I think is fascinating. The heart, especially the high heart, which is in between the physical heart and the throat, the area of the thymus, this is considered the high heart chakra. This is an area when it becomes clear and refined, and it's definitely connected to intuition. It's definitely connected to the third eye, right, in the center of the forehead. So I think calling it a wisdom eye is a good use of words. I think that's a good expression, because once the heart becomes clearer and free of any debris, or we talked about illusions, you know, any kind of anger or resentment, lower emotion, then we become more refined. Our intuition becomes much clearer. Because people ask me that a lot as I'm practicing intuitive. How do I get clearer? How can I see clearer? And it's not enough to just clear the third eye in the center of the forehead. It's very important to clear the heart of resentments, of anger, of lower emotion, of judgment, of anything that would block that.
So you wrote the book, The Aquarian Healer, A Bright Star Empowerment. Talk to me about the main inspiration and intention of writing this book.
I love that you chose that book out of all of my books, I have to say. That book is special to me because it is focused on healing. And I've written other books and they're all, you know, metaphysical in nature. But that one was very much inspired by healing. I also, in a way, I feel that this is a kind of an homage and a tip of the hat to my father, who has passed. But my father was a medical doctor. And I feel that this is something that was, you know, just a little shout out to him, because it is in this realm of healing. And as you know, my books primarily are channeled from the Akashic Wisdom Keepers. So there's, you know, channeled guidance in all of my books. So that book, I feel that was especially helpful. And what I've been hearing from people who have read it is a lot of the folks that are attracted to my work identify as empathic and highly sensitive, because I do. And that book really has some tips and guidelines and guidance for people that maybe their physical bodies are sensitive, and they can't be put in like the same box as everyone else. Maybe they operate a little bit differently because they're sensitive. I didn't even intend this when I first wrote it, I don't think. But then I was hearing from people saying that really connects with me as a highly sensitive person. So that book is very special to me.